How much of the New England Patriots wildcard weekend loss falls on the shoulders of the coaches? I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Mike Petraglia and Evan Lazar. Some questionable, conservative coaching decisions made throughout this game. Evan, what stood out to you the most?
Well, I thought that Josh McDaniels started the game off really well. They had a really nice opening script. They called a few screen passes in there. They mixed in some motions with Julian Edelman that kind of threw the Titans defense through a loop, and then it just went completely dry after that. And the beginning of the end kind of started with that Landon Roberts carry on 3rd and 1. They tried to go fullback dive with a linebacker on 3rd and 1 in the wild card weekend playoff game here, and he gets stuffed. And then in the very next series, they drive back down the field and they get stuffed on the goal line. And that was kind of where all the momentum kind of got sucked out of the Patriots offense, because in the first half they were moving the ball very well. In the second half, it was 4 straight punts for the Patriots offense and then a pick 6. So really just, I thought that early on McDaniels called a good game, and then later on it kind of got conservative. They're running the ball on 1st and 10. The Titans were sitting all over it all game long. There were just some predictable things going on in the second half after a first half that I thought the opening script was pretty good.
And I thought, again, I go back to the end of the first half, you've got to find a way to punch it in at the goal line. You are 1st and goal at the 1, and you run the ball 3 times, twice in the hands of Sony Michel, who loses a yard. You've got to come up with some type of misdirection. And ironically, guys, the time they did get creative on the jet sweep with Julian Edelman was their only touchdown of the night.
It was successful.
They needed to be a little bit more creative with the way and coach with a sense of urgency that a field goal just won't cut it at the end of the first half.
Specifically running 3 of the same play consecutively in a row like that was just bizarre to see. It's not bizarre to see the Patriots run the ball from inside the 5. That's an old Belichickism that goes all the way.
You have to run to
20 years
at goal to go. Yes.
Yeah, he always wants to run the ball down there. So that wasn't weird to see. It was just the play calling to see 3 consecutive runs of the same nature after Tennessee continues to stop them on 1st and 2nd down. You really don't go to something else on 3rd down. You have nothing else in the bag of tricks. There had to be another kind of element that they went through there, and they just didn't have it.
Belichick has reminded us time and time again this season that he is not a stats guy, but his decision to punt on 4th down a couple times tonight were more than questionable.
2 decisions, really. The one on the other side of the field is they're on I think the New England 47 on the first punt. Okay, I can live with that one. The punting on the opposite side of the 50. There's a great Twitter account called Surrender Index that puts this into the kind of the algorithm of theirs, right, and spits it out. Bill Belichick's decision to punt there on that 4th and 3 was in the 99th percentile of cowardly decisions by a head coach. So a bad decision by Bill Belichick in the eyes of the stat nerds. Now, what Belichick would tell you is that it's a situational analysis. My defense is great, my offense is not, so I'm going to punt the ball, try to pin it deep and play field position. But in that situation, when you have Derrick Henry and the Titans offense rolling, all they needed was a couple of first downs essentially to ice this game. And if you look back on it, that's going to be a decision I think that Bill Belichick might want to have back.
And it's also a message that they send to the offense, just reinstilling that Bill Belichick doesn't have faith in you.
No, and I think that's pretty much been the case ever going back to Week 17 in the Dolphins game, and we all know about the controversy before the first half ended against the Dolphins. It had a spillover effect, I thought, here on Saturday night.
Yeah, because they did go for it aggressively at the end of the half. They had about 35 seconds left. Brady's in the shotgun and spreading the field out and trying to score before the half. And we're all thinking to ourselves, you guys wouldn't be playing this weekend if you had just done this a week ago and you tried to go and try to get some points against Miami. So just some bizarre kind of flipping back and forth and no real consistency from Belichick other than punting. He's very happy to punt all the time and lean on the defense. But in terms of what to do before halftime and different situations like that, just a lot of different kind of decision makings week to week. The Buffalo game was different from the Miami game, which was different from today. It was confusing.
This Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to their website, enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. For all the rest of our Patriots coverage, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.